I'm in Kobe for 5 days filming 2 YouTube videos with my Japanese company, and there's lots of food, onsen and more, so let's get right into it. Just arrived in Kobe and met up with Shah. You ready for 1 week?
Yeah, actually I love Kobe. So.
I haven't been for a long time. Maybe it's like been 3 or 4 years for me. My train to Tokyo Station today was late, so I couldn't get any breakfast at Tokyo Station, so I'm getting like some onigiri and cheese. It's literally as plain as it gets before we do all our shoots today.
Hello.
Hi! You wanna say hi?
Nice day.
You too! Are you from Kobe?
Yeah, Kobe.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On 99% of my business trips, I will get this combination, white rice as an onigiri, as well as a stick of cheese. It's just my go-to. It's my comfort business trip food. I always travel really comfy on the train and don't have any makeup on because I don't want to travel from like 7 or 8 a.m. to the location in like jeans, but I just got changed. I've got a beret. I'm ready for the first location, but of course we're at a convenience store because none of us are prepared and we're going to buy food, more food, or I'm going to get a hot drink because it is freezing. Today I'm here with Kanako as well.
Hi.
Yes, the designated driver, and she's doing all the help with the client stuff. So,
頑張ります。
yay!
Boom.
Just finished the opening shot for today at Kitanocho Plaza, which is this really cool Western style area in Kobe. And it's all Western architecture because this is where everyone used to live when the port first opened. And the sun is beautiful. It stopped raining and now it's kind of like peaceful and the leaves are turning brown. It's a really nice little area, but it's very popular. I didn't think it would be this packed. And because it's at the foot of the mountain, I think it's a little chillier, but that being said, the leaves are so nice. It's amazing how Western these houses and rooms are. So of course, like if you're an expat, you want to have, you know, a room that feels comfortable to you. And so that's why they've designed it like this. Even nowadays on like the Japanese army bases where all the US Navy live, it's kind of like, not this, but like modern day Western buildings. I've never seen a fireplace in Japan like that, so it's cool that they've kind of got like the Japanese design on it as well. Very nice. The Starbucks in Kobe in this area is really popular with Japanese people because it feels like you've traveled overseas because it has that Western architecture you'll find in other parts of this suburb. I'm excited because we did finish early and we can go to Starbucks. Last time I came here, I think I lined up for like 20 minutes and today it's not that busy. First gingerbread latte of the year. Tastes just as good as it does. It's not too sweet. It's got that hit of gingerbread. I love it so much. I don't know if they do this in Australia. It was my first time ever trying it when I was living in Japan. And unfortunately we don't have time to chill at the Starbucks itself, but hopefully I can come back. At Chinatown now in Kobe, which is one of the bigger ones in Japan, and this place actually serves Kobe beef. It's kind of unexpected because you'd think they wouldn't have Kobe beef here, but they do, and it's at a place called Kishokichi, which I've been practicing to say, Kishokichi, Kishokichi. Oh, I see the sign. Apparently it's A5. I do think I actually went to this place in Osaka because they have a chain in Namba, and I had a Kobe beef sushi, and it's really memorable because they have a Spider-Man. I don't know, can someone tell me why there's a Spider-Man? Do you know, Kanako, why is there a Spider-Man? We filmed a quick scene here where I ate 3 types of beef, the sushi as well as the steak burger. Very good, and then we moved on to the port. I've changed outfits and we're at Kobe Port now, and it reminds me of Sydney a lot because we have Darling Harbour, and when I stayed abroad in Japan, this was kind of like a really happy moment. I was like, oh, it feels like I'm home because I was a little homesick at that time. But we're about to go on a cruise which is called Concerto and eat more Kobe beef. It's also quite chilly. I didn't dress too formally, but hopefully I'll get away with this. The weather's looking great, so maybe we'll even get a sunset. One of the highlights of the trip was definitely this Concerto cruise, which is a cruise that has a live music performance while you enjoy a very expensive dinner and look out at the ocean. Outside on the deck of the cruise, and it's so stunning. There was literally a pink sky just before, and we finished shooting all the scenes, so I've got a little bit of time until dinner because the chef is busy with the actual customers, so we are at the end of the queue. But you can see the whole like mountain range. The Rokko Mountain is what it's called. It's a little windy out here and it's very chilly. I'll probably have to retreat inside. but you can also see the bridge in the distance. The weather has been perfect for this cruise. I'm so glad. If it was raining or like overcast, it wouldn't have looked quite as magical. I think this is such a fun way to enjoy Kobe. They have yakata bune in Tokyo, which are the traditional style of boat, but this is very, you know, Western, and they've got a musical performance. It was finally dark and we just had to wait about an hour and a half because they weren't ready to serve us yet, so we had a hot drink and relaxed in a private room before it was time for dinner. This was the really nice A4 Wagyu, and of course there was a chef who was actually from, I believe, France or somewhere else overseas in Europe, and the dinner was magnificent. Highly, highly recommend. Just checking into our hotel. We get to stay here for the entire Kobe trip, which is super rare. I'm super excited about that. I hate when we have to change hotels every day because you can't unpack and settle. And this place looks really nice. Here is my room. It's actually quite nice. I love it. I feel like every time I film a BTS business trip, I keep getting nice rooms. Maybe TC knows, but not planned at all. Two massive, like really big single beds, as well as like a nice flat screen TV, and the bathroom's not too bad either, so. Also went to the convenience store and bought myself a eye mask. It's kind of scented with lavender and it's just for relaxation, not when I'm sleeping. And then also some bath bombs. These are only about 90 yen each, or 100 yen, so about $1. And I can have total relaxation in this beautiful room. And I'm glad because we'll stay here a long time and I can just relax. This is perfect. I'm so excited. Took a short bath and went straight to bed. Good morning. I just made it in time for the breakfast buffet. It's a heavily Japanese one, so I decided to like embrace that, and they had these little mini fresh onigiri, which are cute. I've never seen this before. It's like a tiny little one, and they gave you some seaweed on the side, as well as like a miso soup where you could add all the toppings, which I never opt for miso soup. I do like it, but I like that it was customizable. Cherry tomatoes, and of course a cup of tea. I'm not a morning person, so I'm always like very last minute, so I've only got like 3 minutes to enjoy this. It's time to hit up a local coffee shop that is beloved in Kobe. This is Nishimura Coffee. We just finished filming at Nishimura Coffee, which is this beautiful, elegant chain that's here in Kobe, and it was the first place that ever served black coffee as well as coffee jelly. So it's very historic and important in the coffee journey that Japan's been through, and I had some very thick bread. I've eaten most of it. I was very happy to have it, even though I just had a little bit of breakfast. Sustaining me for the day, getting me through it. Really nice, elegant atmosphere. I definitely don't feel like I'd fit in. If I came here in my own time, I feel like I'd have to be really quiet and reserved. Well, because we're here to film, it's like, okay, we're gonna have fun. But yeah, I can imagine like there's a lot of people coming here the moment it opens. And they serve like this famous ice cube drink in the summer. So a lot of people coming to do their Instagram stuff. And it used to be members only back in the day. It's crazy. Japan had a lot of members only places. I feel like, especially in Kansai where there was like the geisha and everything. Same kind of thing. How was the coffee?
The coffee has a curious taste. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's good. I'll drink this, but it has a curious taste.
The people at Nishimura Coffee when we were leaving were really sweet and gave us a little present. That's so sweet of them. They totally didn't have to do that. Drip coffee to enjoy at home. Woo! Be Kobe! This is a really popular photo spot right here on the harbour side. And we got great weather. It's so sunny that I really need my sunnies. It's so mabushi. That's the word for bright in Japanese. We're out here flying the drone now. Shah is getting the shot. And we've got permission to fly it because usually you're not allowed to, so we've come to the very edge of the harbour where all the ships are docked. I actually recently got to fly the drone for the first time when I went to Nagano. One thing that's interesting is you really have to keep an eye on it because it's so small, and out here there's a lot of open space and no trees, but if you lose sight of it, well, there's a bird near it. You better be careful, they're gonna come for the drone. Come to the peak of Rocco Mountain to see a $1 million view. It looks really good at nighttime when all the lights turn on and the city goes dark, but also at sunset it looks so beautiful. There's like a purple pink sky and the clouds are coming in, and they're just flying the drone now. We've got views of Kobe City down there and the harbor. And if you look over to that side, you can actually see Osaka. And I believe that's the direction towards Kyoto as well. And it is freezing. Whew. But we're so lucky we had the perfect sunset. And we're gonna wait till it gets dark. It's gonna be even colder. I highly recommend this spot. It's so beautiful. I wanted to come here and just sit in a cafe and look out at the views and just watch the sun go down. So I'll come back in future and do that. There's even like quite a few viewing spots, so you're not cramped all in the same location. Like there's even, it looks like a British or like a Western architecturally designed kind of like viewing platform out there, right there. In terms of getting here, we drove, which was a really windy road and it took a long time, but I recommend taking the ropeway because it's only about 10 to 15 minutes and you'll probably get amazing views. So I wish we could have done that next time. This is my first time coming up here and there's a giant onigiri. It's like an art exhibition. Oh my gosh. Apparently Kanako was saying it's because en musubi, which means to like build connection, and I think you can say musubu when making the onigiri.
Onigiri! Omusubi!
Is that the verb to describe when making onigiri?
Not really like it. Omusubi.
Yeah.
Omusubi.
Like that action to like make the sankaku shape?
Omusubi.
Yeah. I think it's something to do with like the way you make onigiri. It's en musubi.
So
and then it relates to relationships and love. So basically onigiri is love. Good thing I eat plain rice all the time. Onigiri.
Onigiri. Supposed to be like the dating spots. So if we guys go to the girlfriend and boyfriend, they're making a nice relationship. That's why they call it omusubi. And make a wish.
Thank you.
Hi.
I have a bit more context as to why it's related to relationships, because it's a night view spot and that's romantic and people bring their partners here. It's all, you know, making more sense now. The jigsaw puzzle pieces are fitting in place. Okay, I'll be back to get some onigiri love. Maybe you have to eat the onigiri and that's like the final step to having, you know, essentially pure and forever love. Lucky for us, we actually scored a spot at Granite Cafe which had incredible views of the sunset and they had a Kobe beef curry. Just got back to the hotel. It's 8 p.m. so it's a little late. I'm feeling tired now, but stocked up with goodies. This is a popular candy brand here in Japan. It's called Candemia and it's a collaboration with Moomin, which I kind of like. And I got pistachios as well as some yogurt, these 2 eye masks, as well as a pack of bath bombs. They're all different like scents, and so I've got like a milky one, I've got a herbal one. For 12, I only paid 400 yen. Giving my bath bomb a go, it was highly relaxing, can recommend. Ended up doing this every night of the trip and we're at day 3 already. Same breakfast again, of course, that's me. Good morning from the first location. We are at Arima Onsen, which is this lovely onsen town nestled behind Rokko Mountain. And it's only 30 minutes from Kobe City. So we're gonna be spending our morning and midday here. And this onsen town is really quiet. But I think most of the shops start opening around 11 a.m. so it might get quite busy then. And there's a few red leaves, so it's quite lovely. This area has a lot of ryokan where you can stay at overnight and enjoy a traditional Japanese stay. Unfortunately, we don't have time to stay there this time, but I'd love to come back and just relax and have like a tatami room. I had absolutely no idea that Kobe had its own onsen town, and I think a lot of people don't realize it either, and it's such a hidden gem. So I highly recommend it if you're only in Kansai, Kyoto, Osaka area and you don't or even Tokyo, because none of those have like really easy access to an onsen. It's only 30 minutes by train, so there's no reason you can't experience onsen, especially considering how accessible and easy it is to get here. Because if you're in Tokyo, you have to go all the way to Hakone, which is like, you know, an hour to 2 hours out by train, but this is only 30 minutes. And really accessible from Kyoto, Osaka and Kobe, not just Kobe. One unique thing about this onsen town is that there's 2 different types of onsen water. So there's like the gold and the silver one. And behind me, this is the silver one called Ginsen. I can already smell it, it's very sulfuric. I'm so excited to go in one later. I think I'm going in the gold one though. Okay, so right behind me is one of these watch out, kids could jump out onto the street warning signs for cars, and it's like got a terrifying face. What is that? I wish I had some context. Like, was this some sort of Halloween prank? I don't know. That's terrifying. There's actually lots of cute little shops and cafes along this street, as well as restaurants, souvenirs. I love it. I wish I had time to like take my time here, and there's lots of street food. I had no idea. いいんですか? ありがとうございます. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. So basically this shop is handing out the senbei because they just want everyone to enjoy it, and it's so sweet and they're very friendly. So if you walk past here, you might end up with like a Arima Onsen senbei. I met some guys. Where are you from again?
America.
Chicago
area.
Yeah, your guys are just hanging out in Arima Onsen. Yeah, so that was really cool. Thanks for saying hi. And we got some senbei. Like there was a shop you guys walked past and they just handed it out, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna try it.
Go for it.
They're sweet. Yeah. Usually senbei are like more savory, but
Yeah, no, the one that we had was really sweet. It was delicious.
yeah, but it's tasty. It's free as well. Turns out for the Tokyo Creative video, we're filming at another senbei shop, and I'm just going to be eating lots of senbei today. Apparently, they're really friendly stuff. I was just waiting for the other team members to arrive. I think I ate about 5 more senbei for the TC video. They're really tasty and fresh at this shop, so I really recommend it. And they're so cheap. It's like 50 yen for one, and you buy 2 for 100 yen. Come to an onsen ryokan here in Arima Onsen, and we're not staying here unfortunately. I wish we were. We're just filming and introducing the rooms as well as the onsen, and it's so beautiful. There's literally this huge tatami room with a Japanese garden, and there's also a private onsen. It looks insane. My mouth dropped when I checked it out. It's even got this giant wooden log where all the water flows down. This is fancy. It must be very expensive though. Wasn't in our budget. After checking out the rooms, we went to the private onsen area, which is for guests only, but we sat in here, took some videos, and it was very nice because there was a bamboo forest nearby. But that was all we had. We just spent a morning and we're on the go already. And we stopped by this bakery the client recommended. It was called Kone, and the bakery was not very authentic German, but it was enough to satisfy our bellies before sake time. Kobe is known for having its own sake breweries, and it was a great place, but I didn't have much time to film until I was a bit tipsy. I had to have about like 4 or 5 cups. I'm very tipsy now. Everyone's like, you sit down, and I got water. We're really lucky we ate that bread beforehand, otherwise it would have been a lot worse. Oh my goodness. And at least the next spot, it's another sake brewery, but there's going to be nabe, so I'm going to try and keep it together, but I'm losing it. I can't talk. Right next door was the next location, a restaurant, which also featured sake. The nabe here is super tasty. I've had about like 5 to 6 bowls of this. Had like a rayu, which is like the spicy flavoring with sesame as well as soy milk. Yeah, it's been a long day, and I'm still drinking a little bit of sake. It's like this hot one. Asuka. Day 4 breakfast, once again the same combination. I love it. It's the 4th day of shooting. We're right in the middle of things, and I'm pretty tired to be honest, but luckily today we had a late start at 12, which made a huge difference. I could relax, I could take my time eating breakfast, I could also take my time doing my makeup and get dressed. So I put a little more effort in today. I even did like a little braid, pigtails, and I'm wearing a cute outfit. Let me show you guys. I've got a skirt that I bought during the trip, and I don't have stockings tights, so I'm gonna go run to the convenience store before we meet everyone and hope they have them. Otherwise it's gonna be freezing. And I don't do well in the cold, so hopefully they sell them. Otherwise my whole outfit is screwed. Okay, so they did have tights here at 7-Eleven. It's 600 yen for 2 of these beige ones, and I've never tried them, so we'll give them a go. I definitely am getting the L to LL size. I hope they fit, because even L in Japan is not that big. And I hope this is the right color. I want like a really clear sheer one. Oh, maybe it's actually not this one. I don't know. Or I go with black. I don't know. I'm so indecisive here. These are the stockings. They're actually quite tight for LL size, but I can make them work for 1 or 2 days. But I'm glad I got them. I think it completes the look. We're on our way to pick up a special someone. Who could it be? Emma's here! Hi! Yay! Woohoo! And we're filming a street food video for TC. This is the second one because we just did the ultimate guide and we're moving on to more food.
I'm excited. I just got here, so I'm ready to eat.
Yes.
Ready to be on the street.
We are on the streets of Sannomiya, which is like the downtown part of Kobe, and I haven't really explored it yet. I don't feel like you have.
Nope.
Either. Yep.
Nope.
Well, we'll take you guys along. Woo! We spent a little bit of time filming for the other video we were doing before Emma came, and then once we wrapped it up, we headed over to our first food spot because now we're doing a food video. We're here to eat Kobe beef ramen. I've had so many types of Kobe beef on this trip, and I didn't think it would be in ramen, so that's exciting.
Yeah, it's my first time for that too.
Yeah, I've had it in curry, I've had it like a burger, sushi, and then also just steak. So we'll see how this turns out. Seems like there's a lot of cool food spots along this street, and the ramen one definitely stands out with its like bright lights. I feel like it's not grungy, but it's a little more like downtown, like where all the locals are. Haven't seen many tourists around here, so maybe it's a little hidden. Your jumper is so cute. Who is this anime girl?
I have no idea, but she died.
What?
She's dead. She's a ghost.
What does a triangle mean, ghost?
Yeah, that means they died.
In what?
Japanese. In like Japanese. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like there's like a yude. They usually have the triangle. There used to be a yude cafe in Kichijoji, and if you did wasabi roulette and you died from the wasabi, they'd put one of those on your head and you'd get buried.
I didn't know that.
It shut down because of COVID, but yeah.
Damn. The ramen here is actually insanely good, and I love it because it's like tonkotsu, but it's actually made from beef bones. So I don't really eat pork, but this doesn't taste anything like it, even though it looks like it. Woo! The noodles are so chewy, perfect, and it's really good value. It's only 2,000 yen for like this whole dish we got with like beef sushi, ramen, as well as this gyusuji, which are like beef tendons cooked on this like heat, and the sauce is amazing. I actually really recommend this. Probably like my favorite thing I've eaten so far on the trip, not gonna lie. And it's just this like tiny little hole in the wall shop in Sannomiya.
Usually I don't like ramen, and it's really good.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, oh shit, I think this is probably the best ramen I've had.
For the rest of the food video, we had a few more spots. We went to a bakery. There are so many in Kobe. They're not that authentic German style, but they are inspired by it. We had some sweets. Then, after we finished shooting in the evening, Kanako, Emma, and I, we all went to the Arima Onsen, which we'd went the day before, to check it out and just go for a dip. This is one of my favorite things. When we're done with shooting for the day, we might go explore the area, and Kanako is always really down to drive and take us to places, so thank you, Kanako. And this was a really small onsen, but it was nice to just soak and relax and experience the local spots. And for dinner, we went to the only place open, which was this pizza restaurant, and then we drove back to the hotel and we had to go to sleep.
It's the final day of our Kobe shoot.
I mean, I just got here.
Yeah, but it's day 5 for me, and we're back where we basically started, which is the Kobe beef sushi Chinatown store, and we're gonna eat something different. Well, I will.
I'm eating the same thing that she ate because I want it so bad.
What is it? The
cheese sandwich with Kobe beef.
It is good.
Yeah.
You'll like it.
I'm excited.
And I'm gonna get the steak burger. So this is like, I don't know, my 5th to 7th way to eat Kobe beef.
I can't believe you've had so much Kobe beef.
I feel pretty privileged though, because Kobe beef isn't cheap, so I'm like,
True.
I'm going all out with the Kobe beef. Thanks TC, sponsoring my Kobe beef lifestyle. And I've gone for a different style, like pigtails.
So cute.
Feeling the inner kawaii. Rah! And you are anime girl again.
I'm the same as yesterday, baby. Just
with the, what was it, ghost?
Yeah, ghost. Yude girl.
Since this is a food video, we came back to the Spider-Man place. It was so good. Emma approved as well. And then we went around and ate a few more things like Chinese dumplings. We even got to go into the store to film it. So that was cool. And that's basically my trip. What did you guys think? Let me know, and I'll see you on another business trip. Bye-bye.